So 2018 was a great year for AfroDaddy, but I want 2019 to be even better.
AfroDaddy.
Hey there, welcome to AfroDaddy. So the last year was really great for me personally, but more importantly, it was really great for the entire AfroDaddy community. We were able to have more conversations about fatherhood and parenting and had a lot of fun along the way. Now, all of those things were fantastic, but I think we could do even better. And I use that word "we" very carefully because there's no way that I can achieve the goal of encouraging engaged fatherhood in South Africa alone. I need your help, and I've got a couple of ways that we can move this whole thing forward together. We can make this bigger and better and more awesome, and this is how we're going to do it in 2019. One of the first things I want to do this year is to slowly move the community away from Facebook. There's a lot of reasons for that, most importantly because it's kind of dodgy as a company. There are a bunch of other good reasons too, like the fact that I've worked really hard to build an audience and Facebook won't let every member of that audience see AfroDaddy stuff unless I pay them. That's not fair. It's my content and Facebook's making me pay to let people see it. That makes no sense. And another good reason is that the kind of content that works on Facebook isn't necessarily what I want to be doing. I want to have more conversations about important things that matter to parents. That doesn't really work in the viral world of social media, especially Facebook. Now, I'm not delusional. I understand that the reality is pretty much everyone is on that channel, so I'm still going to be posting some of the links from the website to Facebook and sharing the odd funny meme here and there and the occasional photo. But for the most part, everything is going to live on AfroDaddyOnline.com. That is the most important place to get AfroDaddy content. So here's how you can help me with that, because you may think, you know what, I've subscribed on YouTube and I follow him on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram, but the way you can really support this community and to grow what I'm trying to do more is by subscribing on the website. So if you go to AfroDaddyOnline.com, there's a subscribe button, and every time a new post goes up, whether it's a video, a podcast, or just a normal blog post, you'll get a little email notification to say, hey, this thing's live. That way, you know that you're not missing out, and I can know that stuff that I want to talk to you about gets to you. So moving a little bit away from Facebook and focusing more on the website is the first big thing I want to do. The next thing kind of feeds into that though, because I want to be producing better content more consistently for AfroDaddy. So if you've been a follower for the last couple of years, you know that I find it very difficult to regularly produce content for the website, for the YouTube channel, for the Facebook page, because this isn't my full-time job. I have a family and a full-time job and all the other things that comes with being an adult that I still have to do besides AfroDaddy. So it's really difficult to make sure that the content is regular and of a high enough standard that makes it worthwhile doing. So here's what I'm going to do to fix that. I've made a cycling content plan that I'm going to do my best to stick to for as long as possible, but that will only work if you give your input into that content. A lot of it will require you to give your comments, to give your thoughts, to ask questions, and to provide your insights into your world. I will use that to build out a lot of the content that AfroDaddy should be talking about and should be making. So you might be wondering why I'm putting so much emphasis on getting your input for AfroDaddy content, and I'm going to answer that with a question. Are you a little bit tired of just hearing me talk about myself and my experience? Because I know I am. The fact is, parenting is so much bigger than just one person's story, especially when it comes to fatherhood. So I am going to be spending a lot of this year focusing on trying to get dads to tell their stories, to get them to tell their perspectives and to tell us what they think of parenting from what they have experienced. So that's actually the second and third things that I want to be focusing on. Getting more content consistently on the website, and thirdly, getting more dads to tell us their stories of fatherhood and parenting. And finally, the last big thing I want to focus on in 2019 for AfroDaddy is the hardest thing to kind of talk about. It's money. I need to talk about money. Money's a thing. So like I said earlier, this isn't my full-time job. I have a full-time job that I really enjoy doing, but the reason why this isn't that job is because it brings in nowhere nearly enough money to make it sustainable. I mean, if I can be real with you for a second, I have made some money off AfroDaddy. Brands have paid me to make content for them and then asked me to host that content on my websites and on my platforms. But I've taken that money and used that to buy new recording equipment, or the lights, or the laptop that I use to edit these videos on. All that money has gone back into making AfroDaddy just a little bit better. But here's the thing. Making branded content is fine. I have no problem with it, really. But I really would rather make content for you. But I still need money to make sure that AfroDaddy not just maintains itself, but actually improves. I need to get a better camera. I need a potentially high-end editor. And I need to get all sorts of more equipment to make sure that AfroDaddy achieves the goal of encouraging engaged fatherhood in South Africa. Okay, so I've been talking about money for a long time now, and I'm sure you're getting really tired and just saying, Terrence, just tell us what you want. Stop with the preamble and stop with the pitch. Just tell us what you need us to do. Well, okay, fine. Here it is. I want you to sign up to my Patreon page. Patreon is basically a way for you to say, hey, I like what AfroDaddy is doing. I want to help him out. Here's $1 every month, or $2 every month, or $5 every month, or like $10 every month, which is crazy. Don't do that. That's just too much money. So the long and short of it is, if you like what AfroDaddy is doing, if you think that fatherhood is important and that we need to be talking about it more in this country, sign up to my Patreon page. Give me that $1 a month, or $2 a month, or $5 a month. It's really easy to do, and it's really safe to do as well. Oh, and by the way, if you do sign up as a patron, there are special benefits that you get. So go check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Also, the AfroDaddy Online website, the link is in the description below. Subscribe there as well. Okay, that's how we're going to make 2019 awesome. I hope. And I also hope that I don't completely exhaust myself and my wife and my family and my friends and everyone that I know in the process. But I think with your help, that won't be the case. Thank you so much for watching this episode of AfroDaddy. I'm sure there are going to be loads more for 2019. There's going to be loads more podcasts and loads more blog posts and loads more conversations, and it is going to be amazing. Am I right? Say it with me. We're right. That was weird. That's why I need an editor.
I love AfroDaddy.